What's up, you guys? It's me, Lexi, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, because this is the last video going up before Christmas. Listen, I don't need to give a long-winded intro, but I do need to apologize for a few things, but if you couldn't care less, girl, I gotcha. Timestamp is right here. Firstly, this is not the video that was gonna go up this week. I was gonna do a base cover, but my amp isn't working, so that's gonna have to wait until next year. Also, this video may go up a few days late. I usually film on Fridays, and then I edit on the weekend, but unfortunately, this Friday, I was in the hospital, so Saturday, I went to a holiday party with my mom and my stepdad. When I got home Saturday, I was drained. Actually, drained doesn't even describe it. Baby, I was fucking depleted. Like, I was exhausted. So, like, Saturday night and then all Sunday, like, I just slept. So, I'm filming this video on Monday, hella fucking late. And not gonna lie, I still feel sick. I still feel drained. But I did want to get a video up this week, so yeah, it is what it is. You know what? You guys are still getting content. You're welcome. Anyway, let me tell you guys about the time I thought I was meeting my favorite Viner, but I got set up. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So first things first, because I gotta give a quick disclaimer. This guy obviously had nothing to do with the situation. You're gonna get that once I tell you guys the story. But yeah, like, I don't want this to seem like a slanderous or like exposing video. Like, it's not that. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I just wouldn't know because I never got to meet him. Baby, when I was in high school, Vine was that girl. Okay, people were constantly quoting Vines like 24/7, like, you know,
what's 9 plus 10?
21? Or why the fuck you lying? You know, Vines like that. Like, it was truly an era. And I'm about to be showing my age a little bit, which is like hella embarrassing, but like, me and all of the girls in my grade, like, it did not matter if you were black, white, Asian, mixed, Hispanic, whatever. Everybody had a crush on the magconboys. Like, them dancing to Lip Gloss by Lil Mama had all of our little asses in a fucking chokehold. If you don't know who the magconboys are, baby, I am not talking to you. Like, click off this video because it is not your demographic, okay? The girls that get it, get it. But for those of my girlies who need a quick refresher, MagCon stood for Meet and Greet Convention, and these conventions were hosted by a group of guys who all blew up on Vine around the same time. Funny part is, like, they weren't doing shit. Like, they'd essentially get up there, dance, crack a few jokes, lip sync to a few songs, and then if your parents shelled out the couple $100s for the meet and greet package, you would get to meet them. This group was made up of Camerondallas, Nashgrier, Nash's brother Hayes, Taylor Caniff, Aaron Carpenter, Carter Reynolds, Jack Galinsky, Jack Johnson, and they were known as Jack and Jack, and I'm pretty sure they tried to have a music career at some point, but it like kind of flopped. Not gonna lie, Wildlife was definitely a bop, but Jack J lost me there when he was talking about we all hanging out like a Tampax. Like, he was so fucking unserious. Then there was Matt Espinosa, and then an up-and-coming singer-songwriter from Canada by the name of Shawnmendes, which I don't know what ever happened to that guy. He could have been big. Something big. I may be forgetting a few people because there were a few different people who were in and out of the group at like different points in time, but like, that was the core lineup. And best believe, everybody had their favorite. And my favorite was Matt Espinosa, which is so funny because he's like not the type that I go for, but like, I guess back then, like, he was my type. I liked him and that Shawnmendes guy, which once again, don't know what happened to him, but he was always the life of the party. All right, I'm done. Now, I am from the New England region of the United States, and actually, I don't know why I'm trying to be secretive about where I'm from because I've literally said it like 10 times on this channel. I am from Connecticut. Now, everyone from New England knows that there is this huge festival in the fall. It takes place in Massachusetts, and it's called the Big E. It's basically a huge state fair that has, you know, crazy food, rides, small businesses selling things, a petting zoo, sidekicks, like, it's all over the place. It also had concerts and like special events, and one of the special events this specific year was Digitour, which was basically a tour that had both Viners and YouTubers on it. And when I saw that Matt Espinosa was gonna be there, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna be there too. Okay, I'm gonna be in there like white on rice or black on beans or whatever, you get it. Because he was my favorite one, so I wanted to meet him. Mind you, to attend the show, it was free, but then you did have to pay for like the meet and greet packages, but like, I can't tell you how much they were because that was like 10 years ago, but I imagine that they were not cheap. I remember begging my mama, like, I'm big. No, I'm just kidding. But I remember begging my mom to bring me and pay for one of the meet and greet packages so I could meet Matt Espinosa. And my mom was not having it. She didn't get it. She was like, what does he do? And I was like, he makes videos on the internet. And she was like, oh, okay. But she wasn't getting it because at the time, like, being an influencer or being like internet famous, like, wasn't as common as it is now. So she was probably thinking, you know, this is just some random guy from the internet, which, I mean, she was right. But at the time I was like, you don't get it, like, he's funny and he's cute. I was like, please just let me go. Like, I will do the dishes for a month. I will do everybody's laundry, keep my room clean until the end of the fucking school year. Like, you know, just please let me go. And my mom was like, we'll see. Now, one thing about my mom is whenever she says we'll see, that usually means no, but like, I kept good on my word. Like, I washed the dishes, I did the laundry, like, on my best fucking behavior. So the day of, which was a Saturday, my mom wakes me up and she's like, hey, I have a surprise for you, like, be dressed and ready to go by 6:30. And I was like, okay, you know, just trying to play it cool. But baby, as soon as she left my room, I was up in there screaming like someone just told me I was going to Camp Rock. You're going to Camp Rock. So I got up, brushed my teeth, showered, got dressed, and I probably still have a picture of this outfit because I was feeling myself even though I looked a hot fucking mess. But that's because I was a part of the last generation of teenagers that looked like teenagers and not fucking adults. And then I did my eyeliner with a Sharpie, which if you want to know why I was doing my eyeliner with a Sharpie at this time, you gotta watch my 50 random facts about me video because I address it in there. I even had the audacity to curl my hair, and I had box braids. Like, girl, like, why are you curling your hair? And when I curled my braids, they weren't even giving like the cute little curled box braids. It was giving a pig's tail. And I don't mean pigtails, I mean a pig's tail. Like, embarrassing. And because I was prepared for this, I literally washed my Vans the night before and bleached the laces. Like, it was that serious. Like, my laces were as white as Mr. Clean's asshole, okay? I meant business. She told me to be ready by 6:30. Baby, I was in that kitchen waiting on her at 6:15, just tapping my little foot. Finally, 6:30, my mom and my stepdad ready to go. I believe it was just the three of us who went because I don't remember my younger brother going, and then I don't even think my older brothers were at the house. We get in the car, I'm all hyped and shit, texting one of my friends at the time, and I'm like, oh my god, like, I can't believe, like, it's about to happen. And she's like, I love you, be safe, tell Jack Galinsky I love him, because she was a Jack Galinsky girl. You know, I'm live, laugh, loving in the back seat, and it's all fun and games until I realize we're going in the opposite direction. When you go from Connecticut to Massachusetts, you're supposed to go up, okay? But we were going down, in an earlier round. And me being a tad bit delulu, I was like, you know what? We're just stopping for gas because there is this gas station that my stepdad likes to go to where the gas is like super fucking cheap, but it's like way out of our way. So I was like, we're stopping for gas. But once we drove past the exit, I was kind of like, okay, like, where are we going? Like, oh, maybe we're just taking another route. Like, I'm telling you, I was Delululemon. We were in the car for like 40 minutes until we pulled up to this brick building with like a gravelly ass like parking lot. At this point, I'm genuinely confused. We pulled up and parked on the side of the building, so I could not see like the front part of the building. We walk around to the back of the building and I see a fuck ton of people that look a little too familiar for my liking, and I finally put two and two together, seeing them on these bleachers. Y'all, why did my mother bring me to one of my high school football team's away games? What? He was like, oh, I thought it could be fun. Fun for who? Literally, fun for who? Fun for you, but not fun for me. I should also mention that at this time, I did cheerleading, and I cheered JV. But anytime that I did not have to be at a varsity game, trust and believe, I was not trying to be there. So once again, fun for who? Girl, I was fuming. I was mad. I was like, what made you think that I'd want to be around people that I'm around all week on the weekend? Like, what? And of course, my Delululemon ass looked at her and was like, are we going to digitour after? And her and my stepdad looked at me like, be so fucking for real. Y'all, I was at that football game crying and like avoiding eye contact with like everyone I knew. It was that serious to me at the time. It was. My English teacher at the time was sitting like directly in front of us with like his family, and I know he saw me bawling my eyes out. And I don't understand why so many people from my high school were at this away game. Like, it wasn't even like a big game or like the match of the century. Like, it was just a random fucking away game. Like, my mom really set me up, because now I feel dumb as shit, getting all fucking cute to sit on some dirty ass bleachers. No one to impress. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, it literally started pouring and I started crying harder. Like, I truly at that point could not care less about the football game or like who from my high school saw me crying. Who the hell wants to sit in the pouring ass rain and watch high school sports that won't matter in 4 fucking years? Cause not I. Eventually my mom gets fed up of me crying and she's like, all right, we're leaving. Like, she's just over it. So we go back to the car. I fucked up my Vans, which if you remember, I had just washed, and I cried the whole way back. But before we got home, she made one more stop. She made a stop at my aunt's house, and I stayed in the car with my stepdad. And my stepdad turns around to me and he's like, you need to be more grateful. Like, she tried to do something nice for you. You're being ungrateful. And it's kind of like, maybe let's read the room right now. First of all, I don't think it had anything to do with me. I think she wanted to go and knew that if she brought me, she would get in for free. She also knew I wouldn't have gone otherwise, so she was purposely deceitful. Whether the intention was good or not, she was still sneaky and she led me on. So you know what? I have every right to be hurt and upset and sad, so maybe just read the room right now and butt out. But my cousin, who was in my aunt's house at the time, later told me that my mom went into the house crying and was upset and was like, I can't do anything right. I tried to bring her to one of her high school football games. She's worried about not meeting some guy from the internet. And when I found this out, I was like, wait, why are you crying? Like, literally, why are you crying? Why are you upset? You purposely deceived me and manipulated me into going somewhere that you knew I wouldn't have gone otherwise, and then were upset that I didn't want to be there? Like, what? Make it make sense. Like, please. Eventually she gets back in the car, we go home, and we did not talk for the rest of the night, and I cried myself to sleep. And that was the end of the story. I wish I was joking, but like, that's what happened. That, and I had to hear about it at school on Monday from like the girls who did go, and I feel like that's like always the worst, like when you miss out on something and then you gotta hear about it from like all the people who went. So in conclusion, I was set up, and I never got to meet Matt Espinosa. Yeah. Anyways, that was the end of this video. If you like this video, be sure to like it. That helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you want, I don't care. But every time you subscribe, you save me one night from crying my eyes out. If you want me to cry my eyes out, don't subscribe. So yeah, donate to the cause. I post new videos every week, usually Monday and occasionally on Thursdays, but lately it's been Thursdays and occasionally on Monday. But whatever the case may be, just know I will upload that week. If you're trying to be besties, follow me on Instagram at YourGamut and on Twitter at LoserLikeLex, and shoot me a message and say you like this video. Also, have a very happy holidays. I hope you guys get everything you ask for, and stay safe. Bye.